Hello guys, Paragon Greenie here, Star Citizen again, and I'm very happy to show you that I've bought a Constellation. This is the Taurus variant, which is the cheaper of the variants. It doesn't have, it's not as well, doesn't have as much stuff as the other variants. However, it has a fair bit more cargo. It has 1,900 freight units of space compared to all the other variants have 1,100, apart from the Phoenix, which is the luxury version with a hot tub. That only has about 540 something, 45 or something like that, 545-ish. It's about 550 anyway. It's not as much cargo as the variants, but this is the biggest cargo one. If you've seen my previous videos, the ship I was most excited for was the Freelancer, because I like the idea of a decent sized trading ship, but I didn't fancy paying $250 for a Constellation. This variant of the Constellation you can buy in a ship only package, which is what I have, for $150, or you can buy it with a game package, which will set you back $200, but that comes with one second. That does come with this hangar, the Revel and York hangar, which if you bought separately would cost you $40 anyway. It comes with a silver collector's box, the deluxe silver collector's box. Fold up glossy star map, hardback making of Star Citizen digital download. 10,000 UEC, a spaceship-shaped USB drive, 5 spaceship blueprints, beta access, Squadron 42 digital download, which is the single player version of part of Star Citizen, 6-month insurance, CD of the game soundtrack, a 3-inch model of spaceship, and the digital Star Citizen manual. Now, that is for $200. For $50 cheaper, if you already have a game package, that means you already have alpha or beta access and the full version of the game. You know what I mean? If you've already backed Star Citizen, if you already have a game package, you can buy the ship only with this hangar and 6-month insurance for $150. But again, just remember, if you've not backed Star Citizen yet, this will cost you $200. If you get the ship only, you own a ship, yeah, but you don't own the game. Just a heads up there, guys. It might even be cheaper. It might be cheaper to do what I've done and buy the Constellation and an Aurora if you're not bothered about all the fancy things you get with the. If you're not bothered about all the fancy things like the spaceship-shaped USB drive and the model of the spaceship and such, just buy this and buy an Aurora and you'll save yourself a little bit of money. Maybe, I think, what's the Constellation? No, there's the Aurora like $25, $35. You'll save yourself a bit of money anyway. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, let's crack on with having a look around the Constellation. It is definitely a big ship. It takes up all 3 hangar spaces in the new hangars. Big window around the front, which looks like a structural weakness, but I don't know. If you watch the trailer, you'll know these here open up, and there is an engine in there an engine to blow downwards, so it helps the landing. Have a look at the Constellation commercial, and you'll see what I mean. But it helps it keeping the nose up when landing, because if you see, the landing pads are on the engines and just at the back. So this just helps keep the front up, so it does land on the back properly and not nose first. This is the way in, which we'll head in soon. The ship has, when the variants released, it underwent a massive change. I think it actually got a bit longer, but this definitely got added, which is the cargo bay, which can drop down. I will drop it down and run out the way. So this is how you load and unload cargo. All 1,900 freight units will be loaded and unloaded this way, I would have thought. You can go up in it, but you can't actually climb them steps yet. So I will enter up that way when I take you inside. You can see the landing skids, I suppose you could call them, underneath the bottom engines. You can see it's got engine down here, engine up there, and same on that side, which do move. That there, I will also guess, is two small engines to help it. Yeah, two small engines to help it landing, possibly. It's just clicked. Where are the maneuver thrusters? They can't be the maneuver thrusters, surely. And I also want to know what that bit is sticking out the top there. Yeah, they can't be the maneuver thrusters, surely. Because they can't open every time you want to maneuver, and I can't see any maneuver thrusters other than that. Although, what's that? Link. Oh, brilliant. No, it doesn't tell me what it is. That's confusing. Maneuver thrusters. If they are maneuver thrusters, yeah, you can push up and down on the front and the back, but how do you push sideways? It's a very good question. The maneuver thrusters, I'll have to look into that. A bit of specs on the ship for you. It is smaller. The old normal Constellation is now called the Constellation Andromeda, which is 61.10 meters length, whereas this is just over 61 meters length, the normal Constellation. This is shorter, only 58.8. I don't know how come it's shorter, but it is. It's the same height, same beam. It is the lightest of the ships as well, at only 80,000 kilograms, whereas the normal variant is 80,530 kilograms. As I said before, it has 1,900 freight units. The max power plant size is 6, the same as the other variants, apart from the Constellation Phoenix, which I think is a power plant of 7. We'll head inside and I'll show you some of the interior now. There we are. That's how you get in. Nice airlock. The max shield is only 5 compared to the other ships, which is 6. So it does have a weaker shield and less weapons. It is less, it's not as powerful defense and offensive wise, but it does have. I'm a trader. I'm hoping to, for the start at least, stick to the safe trading routes. Yes, I won't make as, pardon me. Yes, I won't make as much money, but I'll still make money. On some of the variants, that there opens up and store cargo in. I'm not 100% sure if it does this. It looks like it does the same thing on here, but we'll have to check that. So here is the front of the ship where you will fly it. Yes, I'm stood on the glass. Luckily, looks reinforced. This is where your crew would sit. There's a seat here, which I think you can sit on. Yep. Spin around, touching the blank screen. Yep, I've got weird gloves on. I don't even know what's on the right hand. And wrist protector type thing. So, here is where some of your crew would sit and get off. There we are. Well, I could swipe to right hand side to left, sorry, to spin it. You can see there's also some screens up here which your crew possibly will be using. I can spin all the seats around. All automatic seats, which is nice. This is obviously where I would be flying it. This is the captain seat with the joysticks in the middle of the ship with a nice view all around you. That screen in the middle, I'm hoping it's not. It's all right. I'm slightly worried about the view. You can see below you, which is good, which is really good. It's darker tinted, yes, but you can see below you there. You can see up, fine. You can see to the side of you, nice and easy. There's loads of windows all around here, and it is huge. I'm just hoping that the stuff that comes up on the HUD on that screen don't block you. But if you just look at it, if you've seen my Freelancer, if you're like me and like multi-crewed ships and you liked the Freelancer but didn't want to pay for this, I'd recommend it so long as you've got friends to play with. It's a multi-crewed ship. You need people with you, realistically. You can fly it on your own, but you will not be as effective as someone with other people in. Same as the Freelancer really, with the gun on the back. As you can see, just look how wide it is. The Freelancer was like a tight hallway just in the middle, and then just like 3 seats, and you had to squeeze around them. Whereas, just look how wide this ship is. I love the size of it. This variant didn't mean to do that. I meant to get the gun, the mounted gun. Let's hop back off of this. Stand at the other side this time. Some of the variants of this Constellation, at the bottom there is a gun that comes out of the bottom of the ship. However, this variant only has the one at the top. You can sit in it, which is good. As you can see, the panels around the top open up, and the gun comes out like that, and it's a big gun. Can I zoom in? Oh, yeah, there we are. It's a big gun. You'd be able to spin that all the way around, look backwards, shoot behind us, just make sure whoever is manning my gun does not shoot my engines on the back of my ship. Will kind of lose all my maneuverability if that happens. So long as you've got a good guy, a good shooter on this, you should be alright, or hire some decent AI. You can see down the barrels of the gun there. Not a lot there though. They definitely like it's going to be a very powerful weapon, that's for sure. Shall I get out of it? And you'll see the cover there coming back over, which is then protecting the ship. So it's not a weak point having the glass up there all the time. It is covered nice and safely by some heavy material. We also have the table and seat for eating. Even has a plate there, which is where you and your crew will be having your dinners, your lunches, your breakfasts. You can see direct in front of me there's 2 pods, which are your beds. I think most of the variants come with 4 beds. This only comes with 2. Also, a lot of the variants are like, is it 5-person crew? This is only 4 because there's 3 seats there, 1 here. You can have as many people. If you want to cram this room here with 100 people, you can do it. But there's only 4 required crew really to fully use get full effect from the ship. You can see the very shiny beds, which I hope they change because I really dislike the look of them shiny beds. I can get into these beds, so that's. I was hoping to get a new top one, but there we are. Very shiny beds, very. It's just like I'm laying on a bloody mirror. Even the pillow looks so solid. The good thing is we do have this screen above us, which we will be able to watch TV. I think they're on about creating some form of TV show for us to watch. It'd be nice if you could have like a plug-in. Oh, what the hell's happened there? It'd be nice. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. The camera went funny. But nice if you could have some form of plug-in, like a mod type thing where it'll allow you to watch something like Netflix if you've got a subscription to Netflix. That would be awesome. Maybe so it only shows it on your screen, so not everybody else could see it. It just come up as a red Netflix screen for everybody else. That would be cool. I'd really like that. If someone, or if you want to, you know, Chris Roberts, if you want to add that feature, that would be cool. Highly doubt it because it would cost a lot of money from Netflix themselves. Oh, I meant to put that back up again, not sit down. Guess you can't put it up once you got it down at the minute. Yeah, I would really like that. I would really like to do that. Just chilling out, hiring someone to fly my ship for me laying in bed watching Netflix. That's for poor people like me who don't have the second screen to watch Netflix on at the same time. But it does add in. It is cool actually having that feature on the game if it could. This again, some ships this is in different places. Some ships there's 2 beds there, 2 beds here. For me, this is where my bathroom is. You can see the lovely space toilet, which you can sit on. just taking a dump. The mirror, which you can see your hangar in, not yourself at the minute. I hope they add reflection to it, but again, if not, I'm fine. It's no big deal. This is where you have the shower. Nice if you shut the outside doors also, people can't walk by and see you. Close that door. There we are. And this is where your cargo is. Let's just... I had a problem with this door, yes. So does it close? Yeah, there we go. The door don't close properly. Leave it open. This is the cargo area. As you saw before, that there at the bottom all lowers down. If you notice the centre of it, there's like a... You can see a thin line all the way across. It does open up like... You know, separate as well and open up that way rather than just lower the whole thing. You will also notice if I go back up here, there's a docking port up top there, which, you know, we'd been a bigger ship. If you've seen the multi-crew ship gameplay, you'll see, you know, there's a lot of running around in a battle, and say you could have, because it can hold a lot of crew, this ship, you could have like 4 or 5 people prepared to defend your ship, just chilling out in the kitchen area while you're flying. Because of that, they've added one docking port there, one on the other side and one in there, which I just showed you, which allows, let's say you can have 3 Hornets or 3, you know, say 3 Cutlasses come at you, disable your engines, they can all dock and all, you know, there's more, because you can't fit as many people in a Cutlass. If you've got like 100 people hiding here ready to shoot, it's an empty ship, your cargo hold's just full of people, it'd be a nice little battle. 3 ships all docking with you and having people on shooting you. Some of the variants of the ships, whoa, camera's gone really weird there. Some of the variants of the ship have a door there and a little passageway down underneath into the P-52 Merlin, which is a little snub fighter that this comes with. Tiny little dog fighter. I'm not sure what these are. These look like storage containers. Maybe that's where you store some cargo. But this is the Constellation Taurus. If I stand at the very back here, just look how far it is to that captain's seat at the front. This is the main thing that excites me so much about Star Citizen. Just these big ships, what you can fully walk around inside, and just look how far it is from the front of my ship to the back. I am so excited to play this game. Fly around with my friends. The multi-crewed ship module, part of the module, what I'm looking forward to most.
Fire control team, immediately report to Hangar 4. Repeat, fire control team to Hangar 4.
Well, there's a fire somewhere. So, again, you can see the hatch there, what opens up when this gun comes out. You can see an interior of the gun there. Obviously, the seat's down there at this moment in time. You can see the outside of the docking port on the top there, and the side docking ports there. There's also some ladders to help to hold on to. What else have we got? I still want to know what that is there, sticking out on top. Is it a weapon by any chance? I don't think it is. All engines have got it. I don't think it's a weapon. Where are the weapons on the ship? That is a good question. Huh. Where are the weapons? So that underneath there, this funny coloured bit. Ah, there we are, look. Inside, a camera inside it. It definitely... If only I could... See if I can do it this way. Yeah, so where I am inside there, going inside and out, because I can't really get a good camera angle of it, definitely does look like cargo. If you see where it is, it's under that seat. See if I can... Yeah, you see under that seat there, where you can see the metal 2 panels you can open up with the handles on. Definitely this looks like cargo to me, just like I thought it was. So, I think I've shown you everything you need to see of the Constellation Taurus. If you want to buy one, like I said, ship only, not including the game, is $150, or including the game is $200. There is also other variants. Some of the other variants have different cockpits. One of them is rounded, which is the Aquila, I think is how you say it, Aquila version, which is the exploration version, which also comes with the rover. But because the rover's in there, it takes up space. The rover is inside here, so it takes up a lot of the cargo. That's why I have an extra 900 cargo, extra 800 cargo. Sorry. If you are into multi-crewed ships, I definitely say this is the way to go. This is, I think, the ship Chris Roberts, the guy who is behind this game. This is the ship he likes most. That's why it's a Roberts Space Industries ship, Chris Roberts, yeah, or Roberts Space Industries. So, multi-crewed ships definitely a big selling point in this game for me. The Freelancer on my old ship, and it had 4 beds, 3 seats, and a gun on the back, which were fun, yeah. Which is technically the same amount. It had the same as this. It had 3 seats at the front. This and the Freelancer the same, and it had a gun, which you could mount on the top, which is the same. But this is just a hell of a lot longer, hell of a lot more cargo. The Freelancer Max has cargo of. Remember, these are subject to change. The Freelancer Max has 208 space for 280 freight units. What freight units means, it's not. It used to be weight. I think it were kilograms. It used to be weight in. So that's the max weight you can carry. However, now it's freight units. So each item takes up 1 unit. So each I'd say each box is a unit. So you could have. Well, let's put it this way. You could have, so the Freelancer Max has 280 freight units, whereas the Constellation Taurus, which I'm in now, has 1,900, and it's not that much more expensive than the Freelancer Max. So 280 freight units for the Max, the Freelancer Max, and 1,900 for the Constellation. It's a big jump. However, yes, I can fit 1,900 freight units, but let's say I'm moving I'm moving feathers. So 1,900 freight units of feathers are going to be quite light. But if I then, so I might be able to fly that fine and get to where I want to go. But then, my next trip, I might be taking 1,900 freight units, so 1,900 boxes of bricks. I don't know. And they're going to be a lot heavier. So just because you can carry it, it can physically fit 1,900 freight units, you might not actually be able to fly with that weight. They haven't decided what's going to happen, as far as I know, if you can't fly. Be it, will you just be slower, really slow? Will it just say you cannot, there's basically just too much weight, you cannot fly with this? Oh, that's a little hiding area there, look. That's where I'd hide if I were boarding the ship. Yeah, so just because you can hold 1,900 freight units, it doesn't mean that you'll be able to carry that for all your trips. It just depends on the weight of each freight unit, and how they'll work. I'm hoping it'll say you won't be able to take off with this weight. You might also not be able to jump, like on Elite Dangerous. If you've got a heavy load of cargo, you can't jump as far as you can without it, or with a lighter cargo. So I'm hoping it works like that. It just means it takes you longer to get there. You've got to jump through. Rather than jump straight from point A to D, you'll have to go A, B, C, D, which will take you longer. But you still have to do the jumps. You won't be able to do the longer ones because, But this is the Constellation Taurus. I am so happy to have this ship. This is the ship. Again, I know I keep saying this. This is just, when I very, very, very first saw Star Citizen, I saw the Aurora, and I instantly fell in love with the Aurora. I bought one, got rid of it, and got a 300i, and I honestly missed my Aurora. That's why I currently have one now. But as I've said previously on other videos as well, I am looking at changing the Aurora to a Avenger, possibly. I'll do it and I'll miss my Aurora again. I might buy another one, but Auroras are cheap. I'll probably buy an Aurora in game anyway. So yeah. But the Freelancer, as soon as excuse me, as soon as I first looked into this game properly, after seeing Aurora, that IGN, oh God, I can't think of the name there. IGN tweeted about or put on Facebook, I think it was actually. As soon as I saw that, I was excited about the game. I was like, wow, this has some good, a lot of potential. Back then, I think it was still on Kickstarter, or Kickstarter had just ended. Anyway, I looked into the game properly, and I decided, and I found out a lot of information about how multi-crew ships will work, stuff like that. I was, sorry, my phone's going insane at the minute. The Freelancer just grabbed me. I wanted a multi-crew ship. It wasn't too pricey. The Constellation back then, for the standard variant that you could get, was super expensive for me. So I saved up quite a while, got a Freelancer. And it were awesome. Freelancer was just amazing. As soon as the trailer came out for the Constellation, I was like, okay, maybe I've overlooked the Constellation a little bit. It did look good, but at the same time, it was just the price. But thank you, Chris Roberts, for bringing out a cheaper version of the Constellation, simply because of that, I bought one. Maybe I'll even upgrade it to the Andromeda variant, but I kind of like the idea of the extra cargo. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I've said many a times, I could sit and talk about Star Citizen all day long. It's the game I've been most obsessed with for a year now, since I first backed it. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Let me know what ships you've got. What ship, if you could afford it, would be a dream ship. A lot of people might say an Idris, but be realistic. You might not have enough people on Star Citizen to really fly an Idris properly. So what ship would you really want other than an Idris? Please check out Under the Influence, which is the fleet I'm in for Star Citizen. There's quite a few others in there. Not too big. We're trying to be everyone know each other and stuff like that. Not just have 1,000 people and no one ever talks to each other hardly, and half of them are inactive. That's not what we're doing. We're having a small active group. Again, I'm just rambling on. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye on the channel for other Star Citizen videos in the coming future. Bye.